Hey guys, welcome back to the channel, Joe's Garage. Today we're going to be dealing with a common problem that breaks on the C8 Corvette. All versions, whether it's the Stingray, the Z06, the E-Ray, the ZR1, now probably the ZR1X. And it involves the center console release button. But I've got the fix. Stay tuned. So you have two options. You can go to the dealer, make an appointment, pretty much let them have your car for what will take probably an entire day for something that'll take you about 5 minutes to fix. Or you can order a part online. I'll give you the part number listed here. You can order it online. I'll keep a link in the description. Or you can do what I'm going to tell you to do. It'll take you about 5 minutes and you don't have to go to the dealership. You don't have to wait for your car and you can fix the problem yourself. Easy peasy lemon squeezy. Stay tuned, let's get into it. So sometimes here's what happens, and this is the problem. When you close this, right now it's not doing it, but sometimes it will actually pop out. It'll pop out like that. So you'll close it and then it sticks out. And so all right, so here's what that looks like. See how it sticks out too much? You have to push it back in. And if you do it fast, it stays closed, but if you do it like that, so that's what we're gonna fix. Use your finger, if you can get it in there, pop that out, and then we're gonna stretch that. And I got this from Squirrel Cage Garage. Thanks, Ken, that guy's great. Is sometimes these two arrow-like clips that hold this thing in get a bit distorted or warped where they bend inward and they don't grab, and then that's why that piece will slide out when you close the lid. So one fix for that is taking a heat gun or a hair dryer, carefully just heat up these two things and spread them apart a little bit. Give a little pressure here, a little pressure here. That'll give these two tabs the ability to grab on and hook better. But all right, so first thing you're going to do, you're going to remove this spring, get that out of the way. I would slide this piece out of here as well. If you have a heat gun of some sort, you can use this, or you can use a hair dryer. And we're going to try to heat up just these two prongs with the triangular attachments here so we can expand them out. I'd also have a pair of pliers, preferably a needle nose, so you can just get in here and just kind of bend those out. So let's go ahead and heat this up. Not 650, I would do this maybe closer to 350. All right, so as a precaution, I don't want to heat up that external prong that the spring sits on, so I'm going to put just this little towel in between to absorb some of that heat. 350. Let's just heat that up. The intention is not to melt it, it's just to soften it up a little bit. So let's see how we did with that. There you go. You just kind of bend those out a little bit. That's really all you need to do, just a bit. You're not trying to make it all the way out here, but just enough to where it's a little bit wider than it was. Now it'll have something to grab onto. Let's turn this off. And voila. Now that should go back in. We'll let that cool down a little bit more. We'll let that cool down, that should be good. And that should be enough now to grab on there real easily. And you have our handy dandy spring, which has still some of its lubrication on there. And we'll let this cool down and we'll reinsert it, but it's still pretty warm, so we'll let that cool down first. This little piece here that moves, so you can remove this spring, which has a ton of grease on it. In my case, somehow some of that grease got in on the sides or rails of this sliding piece. So what I did was, real simply, I took this piece out, I wiped it off with alcohol and water, put it back in, so now there's a bit more friction in that area. And when you're going to insert this back in, make sure it clicks, and then problem is solved. That's all it needed. All right, guys, so there you have it. A real easy fix. To expand those two little prongs a little bit with a hot gun or a hairdryer, and you should be good to go. Wipe off the grease on that sliding plate, and it goes right back in, and it doesn't pop out or get stuck in there. Simple fix. Save yourself a trip to the dealership. Save yourself $20 to $28 for that simple part. I will put a link with the part number if you do need to buy one. Let's say yours is actually broken and you can replace just the piece. You do not have to remove the entire center console. The dealership may tell you, that's a whole big thing, we got to remove the whole thing. You don't. You pop that out, you fix it or replace it. Done. Hope that helped you guys a lot. Stay tuned. More great content coming your way. Joe's Garage. Thanks for watching.
It is so nice to have this center console close and open so easily. Ooh, yahoo, sabadoo, yabadoo.
Just like that. Ta-da! It works again. We pop out like so. And I don't even want to break it and show you, but it'll pop out like that. We'll slide this thing back in place on this side.